uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, this is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I am live, uncut, and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. We have we're going to take live callers today, 872-299-08 or 872-297-6389. And we want to hear from you. This is breaking news. Um, two guard two guardsmen has been shot in DC by Afghan man right here in the state. So we like to talk about it. What's your thoughts? And we know those of us that's here from the city of Chicago, we were talking about having a gun battle with the National Guards and all that. It wouldn't be right. So kicked it off in DC, and it's a lot going on, people, even right now here in the city of Chicago. But we want to talk about this tonight, and this is a serious thing, and it's serious firepower. And a lot of young brothers think that they have enough power to go against the National Guardsmen, and they'll soon find out. They'll definitely soon find out if they pull it. If they pull it. I appreciate you guys coming in. This is live, uncut, unedited. It's where we tell the truth, shame the devil. All right, y'all. Appreciate you. Happy Wednesday. Your boy on here, aka the Crime Chaser. I'm live, uncut, unedited. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. To those of out there, we want to say a prayer for those that are in bereavement. You lost your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your grandpa, your auntie. This is the first Thanksgiving that they're not here with us. And I think that when the holidays time comes, it's a time of depression for some that are incarcerated, some that are in the hospital, and some of our people are deceased. And this will be the first Thanksgiving holiday without our loved ones that we love so dear. So again, we have to pray for those people that are depressed and want to end it all. We got to pray for them. Talk to them. If you can, if it's in your power, it would be nice if you can visit someone in prison or in jail or accept their phone call or go to the nursing home or do some type of charitable work for the team. You know, you don't need the cameras. You don't need to let everybody know, hey, I went to 2 nursing homes. Just do it. God will bless you publicly when you do it in private. So we're going to get with the subject today. We're going to really get it going. Make sure you get this video out there. I need you guys to share it. I really need you to share it. I really do, because we got to get the word out there, people. This is a place for Black voices where we share ideas and opinions and thoughts, and we try to come together and make something happen. Again, this is the School of No Fools. Now, I appreciate you guys taking a little time. I know a lot of you are preparing Thanksgiving dinner for tomorrow, but in my world, every day is a day of Thanksgiving. God's been good to me. Anytime I can wake up on this side of life, I think it's a blessing. A lot of us, We're going to be dead longer than we're living. Let me say that again. We're going to be dead longer than we're living. And often, sometime I think about death and I tell myself, it's coming. You said, well, Martin, don't talk like that. God said he promised every man 70. That's 70 years. And we see folks leaving here at 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 and 19. Young men, their mothers, their parents, burying them. And what a sad situation. But I'm often reminded that we're going to leave this place and all our worldly possessions is going to be laid at the feet of someone else because we can't take them with us. We're not going to take that bank account. We're not going to take that nice mink coat, that nice jewelry, that big, beautiful 5,000 square feet brick home. We're not going to be able to take it with us. You never know how and when it's going to come. Songwriter said, be ready when it comes. Be ready when it comes. All right, we're going to get to our subject, and we're not going to take long, and we're going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to do what we have to do, people. I appreciate you guys for just coming on here. I know some of you're cleaning them chitlins and hog maws and chicken and greens, and you're doing all your thing. You're doing your thing tonight. I ain't mad at nobody. Enjoy yourself. Just 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago, we was complaining about EBT, the stamps. It done got quiet now. Folks done got their stamps. So they in Jules. I was in Jules today. People were shopping. I was in there with a coworker. She was shopping, buying a lot of little things for the holiday. Well, all right, people. Let's get started with the program. I appreciate y'all listening to me. You know I like to rant off a little bit. This gentleman right here, this is the person that shot 2 guardsmen today. He shot them today, and he lived to see another day. I think he got injured as well during the gun battle. So we're going to look at some video, some footage that happened in D.C. All right. We see that's a lot going on there. A lot going on. Somebody said, I'm glad he wasn't black. I'm glad he wasn't black. I am definitely glad he wasn't black. All right. We're going to let's hear from our president, see what he has to say.
All the crime that took place last night, the night before, the woman with the burning, they burned the woman.
Talking about Chicago.
Talking about that now. They burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times, think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again. But we're ready to go. You know, we've been moving toward Chicago. We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only like 7 people were killed this week. But we are moving toward doing, and we're going to, if crime gets, it's horrible what's happening in Chicago. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. In a period of 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, it would be totally safe. And the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. Make Chicago. We'll do the same thing as we did in D.C., the same thing as we did everywhere we've. You saw all the crime that took place last night, the night before. The woman with the burning, they burned the woman. To be talking about that now, they burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times, think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again. But we're ready to go. You know, we've been moving toward Chicago. We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only like 7 people were killed this week. But we are moving toward doing it, and we're going to, if crime gets, it's horrible what's happening in Chicago. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. In a period of 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, it would be totally safe. And the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. Make Chicago. We'll do the same thing as we did in D.C., the same thing as we did everywhere we've gone.
All right, people, we're going to take some callers, and we listen. The lady did get burned up here in the city of Chicago on a train. That's not a hoax. That is real. That happened for real. I want to say to all my lovely followers, I appreciate you guys. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope it be very prosperous to you, safe. Also, let's remember the sick and the bereaved. Let's remember those that are incarcerated. Let us remember those that that have lost a loved one, and this is their first Thanksgiving holiday without their loved one, whether it be their grandmother, or son, or daughter, or grandfather, or sister, or aunt, or uncle. So we have to take that into consideration, people, because we do. We have to love on folks. We have to love on folks, even when they can't love on themselves. And all right, people, we're looking for some callers, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. We want to call in. We want to talk about the 2 guardsmen got shot today by an Afghan man. And what are your thoughts or what are your comments? You know, we were hearing videos about our young people here in the city of Chicago talking about the National Guards and what they're going to do and all that. But thank God it didn't happen. It was no bloodbath here. And let's talk about it, people. I really want to get into a conversation and tell me what's your thoughts, you guys' thoughts. Really, I really do. You know, Trump, he's insisting that he wants to bring the National Guards here. Um, he wants to bring the National Guards here. But, you know, to me personally, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. It would be a blessing to for those of us can go outside and enjoy our neighborhoods and walk freely and walk down the street and push the babies in the stroller without worry about people doing drive-by shooting and all that. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, we got a caller, and I'm waiting on them to come on in. And let's see that caller, 32, 3268. And we're going to find out what's going on, people. Old Donald Trump, he was talking about old Pritzker name calling. I'm not down with all that name calling.
Well,
Just say, okay, we got Mr.
how you
Roosevelt.
doing?
Hey, Mr. Roosevelt, how are you?
I'm
Miss,
doing good, Martin. First
uh,
of all, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and
thank
to
you.
all of the listeners and viewers. Hope everyone does have a very happy and safe Thanksgiving. And I have to say, according to dealing with the topic of this evening, with the two guardsmen that got shot. I have to say that that is, bad. That is tragic. I mean, but sometimes already it seems like we're hearing, or at least I've heard misinformation because it's like on one channel they said that these two guardsmen got shot and still alive, but yet on another they're saying that they got shot and still or could be dead. So it's kind of like what I say sometimes about mainstream media. You don't know what to believe, but whether no matter what they're saying, any two people, I don't care who you are, getting shot is just bad. And I still would like, just me, I still desire, especially after the weekend that we had, the National Guard to come to Chicago. Because last week, especially during the Christmas tree lighting, that's the opening of the holiday season here in Chicago. That's supposed to be like a wonderful, good, and joyous time and everything. I mean, instead, what do we have? 300 young people all getting together doing God knows what. And then, there was a shooting and all of that other stuff and everything. And then I got a friend of mine, well, she belongs to my lodge. She wants to go with me downtown to see the Christmas tree. And she wants to take her grandkids. And I told her that I think I'd rather go early on Friday. And I said, to go early, before all the riffraff comes out. It's a shame you got to plan your life around what folks
Tell the
might
truth
be doing.
and shame
Because
the
Chicago
devil.
has just gotten just that bad. And plus, I mean, I ride the red line trains and stuff, people on the trains doing things. And plus, there's another video out there. I don't know if you ever seen it on Facebook or something where some young people attacked the unarmed canine officers at one of the stops, and one of the canine officers ended up grabbing one of the teenagers and body slamming him. And then there's another video out there where it's another group of kids and stuff then then beat up another adult and everything. I mean, the problem is our problems are not coming from us older people. The problems are coming from these younger people. I know what you always say that we can't give up on our younger people. And yeah, maybe it's true. Maybe we can't. I mean, but just look at it. I mean, it's just absolutely terrible how they can get on the train and everything and cuss and smoke and drink and everything. So now we need some intervention. We need help. That's all I can say.
Well, I totally agree with you, Mr. Roosevelt. We definitely need help, but we are our own solution, and we need to, even in spaces like that, come up with ideas where we can gain control over our homes, our houses, and stuff like that. Um, those young people that you see carrying on out there, they have a mother, they have a father, no matter, or I'll just say a guardian, or they're a ward to the state. People, we're looking real bad on the internet, and it's not a good sign for us. It's not
I'm just glad
definitely,
that this guy was not black.
yeah. Well, thank God he wasn't black. Wasn't black. Well, if he was black, he'll be dead. We'll know that. He'll be dead. His whole body be riddled with bullets. We definitely know that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I want to give a shout out to Mac Man. Morning show on here. I appreciate you, Mr. Mac. Another internet radio man. Yes, Renee, it's a sad situation. Either way around, it's definitely sad. We're gonna play the video. Hold on, Roosevelt. This is a
Hmm.
different one of the angles of the video. We're gonna play it. You won't hear much, but let's look at that. This is from a high rise, I'm assuming. This is where the two got shot, and they're working on the Guardsmen. All right. I just thought I might share that with you guys. I think that was very interesting. And it's a lot going on. For those of you on YouTube, please hit the like button. Hit the like button and share if you can. I'm hearing that they are not showing the share button on my YouTube, but it is what it is. All right. Mr. Roosevelt. So tell me,
Yes.
what are your thoughts about the two guardsmen getting shot today? Well, what do you feel about that? How you feel? Is it disturbing? Is it acceptable because a black person didn't do it?
Oh no, 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 I don't care who gets shot. I don't care if a black person didn't do it. I don't feel that any kind of loss of life, or in this case, or maybe any kind of injury, no matter who it is. I don't care who you are, what race or ethnic or religion and everything you are. I don't believe anyone does that. I believe that these are two guardsmen who are actually serving their country, doing what they're supposed to be doing, and maybe even not on guard as they should be, because this is the day before Thanksgiving, and they're probably thinking, "Oh man, what am I going to be doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow?" So it's supposed to be a good and festive time. I'm pretty sure that when that happened, they didn't even know like what hit them. And it's just a shame that and I'm pretty sure something these one if it's an Afghan, it's probably some type of illegal or whatever who did it. And this is also the reason why I say that I think that we need to hurry up and get all of these illegal migrants, whether they come from Latin countries, whether they come
Hmm.
from African countries, whether they come from Middle Eastern countries, get the get them the heck up out of here. It's just like what one person said: you don't have to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. Because all of these migrants and everything coming in, no matter where they come from, they don't love our country. They don't love America. They're only coming here for exactly like what they can get in order just to make money to send back home to their people. And that's all it's doing. They only want to come to America because they heard how free it is and how much money that you can make. Or, that's it. Not that they want to assimilate with us, not that they want to
Hmm.
mix with us and everything. They want to, pretty much take over because they want to make money. That's all it is. They don't love this country. No
Hmm.
illegal migrant or no migrant who comes here, period, loves this country. And nobody can ever get me to say get me to think anything different. It's only about like what they can get because the idiots are always thinking about their own belly. That's it.
Hmm. Hmm. That is correct. What they call it, Indigenous People Day. Yeah, they change it from Thanksgiving and do it that way, say it that way. But tomorrow is going to be a family day, family atmosphere for a lot of you guys. And again, let me say, do not forget those that are incarcerated, those that are in the hospital, those that are in bereavement because they lost one of their loved ones. And this is the first holiday without their loved ones. So Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Christmas can be very depressing, people. Very depressing. So if you can call someone, love on them, show them some love, just tell them you're just thinking about them. And I think that would be sufficient. All right, let's talk
Plus,
about
don't
this.
forget about the less fortunate
Yeah, the
either.
less fortunate. The
You know.
killer is from Afghanistan. They have been
Yep.
bombed for years. We can't just let folks walk in here. This is what happened.
No, I
And
agree.
it's
Whoever made that comment,
yeah,
that was right.
yeah.
I mean, they just let anybody or something just any kind of freaking piece of trash from off the border in here because all of these people are sitting here letting in all criminals anyway. From
Mhm.
criminals, from prisons and mental institutions, insane asylums, and their own people couldn't deal with them, so they sent them our way. I mean, I don't
Mhm.
know if you ever seen remember the old movie Scarface from the '80s.
Mhm.
At the beginning of the movie, I don't know if you had this movie, but it actually, it has like a narration for people to read. It actually says that, Cubans came here in the 1970s and 80s, but at the time that a whole lot of Cubans came here, they said Fidel Castro was trying to get rid of the criminals that were in Cuba that will pull down their country is Central to America. That's why you had a lot of Cubans who came into Miami and all of that stuff in the 70s and 80s. That's where that's why you had the character, the guy who played the Scarface, Tony Montana, because he was a criminal who just moved the whole criminal enterprise to Miami once he came in.
Mm.
So it's all the same thing. That it's just all repeating itself, even now.
Mm. Most definitely is. It's repeating itself.
And these people, they don't care anything about us. I mean, it's just like us as black people, and I can understand that's something you might have the right to love or whatever, anybody or fall in love with anybody who you want. But these people are something.
So all the crime that took place last night.
And us as black people ain't done nothing to them. White people have done much more to them, or maybe to hurt their countries than anything. But with us, it's almost like, if you get caught. Now, Puerto Ricans are not quite as bad, but it's just like if I'm like with a Mexican woman, there's no kind of way that me and a Mexican woman could go and have a date and walk through, let's just say, Pilsen, a little village together. It will be there will be problems and issues and circumstances if that were to happen.
Mm-hmm. Let us play this other video.
And a whole lot. Oh, you got another. Oh, sorry about that.
You got another video.
Okay, cool.
The night before, the woman with the burning, they burned the woman. To be talking about that now, they burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times, think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again. But we're ready to go. We've been moving toward Chicago. We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only like 7 people were killed this week. But we are moving toward doing it, and we're going to, if crime gets, it's horrible what's happening in Chicago. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. In a period of 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, it would be totally safe. And the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. Make Chicago, we'll do the same thing as we did in D.C., the same thing as we did everywhere we've got.
The people of Chicago.
Okay, Roosevelt, what you think about that?
Well, I didn't hear too much about it, but I think that's the video because, on our end, sometimes, we can't hear the video, so I had to hit the TV a little bit and keep it down
couldn't
low,
hear it?
so you wouldn't have an echo.
You couldn't hear it? Okay, because I got...
No, but I turned the TV up a little bit so I could hear it. But I believe that Donald Trump is right in everything like what he says, because the mayor's not keeping us safe. And and the governor, he is a big fat freaking slob. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I said it. He is. People from Chicago do want the National Guard here.
Hold on,
because I'm one of them.
Who shouldn't even be in our country. Sorry. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilled.
Oh, hold on, Roosevelt. I think I got some technical difficulties. I just realized something. Hold on, Mr. Roosevelt. Just realized something. All right. Settings. I hope I said it right. Please let me, because they probably wouldn't even heard you, Roosevelt. Okay. audio. Rosa, can you hear me? Yeah, you're right. You couldn't hear me. Okay. Now they
I
bring
can
it.
hear you.
Okay, good. Now let me know if you can hear this. I'm going to play it again.
We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by
Yeah, I can hear
people
it.
who shouldn't
Okay.
even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling.
What you think about that, Roosevelt? Let me play it one more time. One more
I agree.
time.
I agree. I agree 100%.
I'm gonna play it one more time. So those are.
We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling.
All right, Roosevelt, you heard it. Your thoughts, man.
Yeah, I agree 100% because, like I said before, these people come over here. They only coming over here just to make money because they hear how much money that you can make, and they're not coming because they love our country. They're not even coming to assimilate. They're coming to just set up communities that look just like theirs. You know, whether they come from Mexico, whether they come from Cuba, whether they come from Afghanistan, Pakistan, or even Somalia. I mean, they're coming over here only for their only selfish needs, not because they want to be a part of us, and not because they love us at all, because they don't. They're only concerned only about themselves and only about their benefit, but they don't want to mix, or they do not, groups like that, Afghanis or, even Somalis, don't even assimilate or want to assimilate into American culture. So no, I agree with them 100%. They don't even want to assimilate. And the thing is Somalis are supposed to be black, but a whole lot of them, all because they have a negative stereotype about black people, Somalis don't even, they could be as dark as me or you. They don't even want to consider themselves to be black. And the thing is, with them, they have hatred even amongst themselves. Because let's just say, like, regular Somalis don't like people who are part of, let's just say, the Somali Bantu tribe.
206.
Oh, we got 206 here.
So, hey, 206.
Hey, fellas. Roosevelt, Brother Martin.
All right, how are you?
Thanksgiving.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you all as well. Interesting topic, Brother Martin.
Thank you.
I heard Trump. Every time you played it, I heard it loud and clear. So it may be coming in for some people, maybe not for others.
Perfect.
I love the fact that now, if I was a politician, I would have more dignity and civility than to call Pritzker a fat slob.
I agree with you.
I think he is. I think he is, and that's definitely the way I would feel. But I might not say that in front of a bunch of people, especially as the chief executive. But we're seeing a lot of stuff going on in this. I got a echo, so if you got your Facebook or something going in the background, turn that down.
All right, how'd that feel?
The last thing I want to hear is it testing, 1, 2, 3?
Testing. Is that better?
That's fantastic.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, go ahead.
All
right.
So a lot of this stuff, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. You ever heard of a representative by the name of Delia Ramirez out of Illinois?
Yeah, I think I have.
She's a U.S. representative out of Illinois, and she's from Guatemala. And this a-hole said that she loves, well, I got the quote right here. She says, "I'm a proud Guatemalan before I am an American." And she's prioritizing the excrement hole. And I've been to Guatemala years ago, and it is an excrement hole. Like, no wonder her parents came here illegally. And I looked it up, and you have to be a U.S. citizen to be in Congress. Ramirez, this fool's parents came here illegally, and she's an anchor baby. She either came here with them without naturalizing, or she was born here as an anchor baby. If she's an anchor baby, she's not even a citizen and not even supposed to be in Congress. These people claim to be citizens under the Wong Art Kim versus U.S. Supreme Court decision, I believe, in 1908. But they forget that Wong Art Kim was not trying to be a citizen. He was trying to be a permanent resident. We have tons of people in this government, the United States, and in state governments, county and municipal, that are effing foreign nationals that aren't even supposed to be in the country, but they're all up in Chicago City Council. This fool that shot the National Guard, he was here in Seattle. He was here and living in the black, of course, they sent the Afghans to the black part of Seattle. And I used to frequent that area, might have ran across him in the street. But who sent him in the black area? The Hindus, the Indians in Seattle City Council sent the Afghans, many of whom are Taliban sympathizers, in the black community. So this country and our government has been infiltrated by foreign nationals that are not trying to change America, but to destroy it. The best thing they can do is change it into the same filthy, unserviced cat litter box that their countries were. This is a major problem, and I'm so surprised that the whites in this country, they come at black folks so hard, but they have nothing to say now. You remember when during George Floyd and the Freddie Gray protests, every now and then you'd have these white boys, these keepers, and these something percenters, and they would be in these states like Washington State, where I live, to have a open carry. You can carry a gun anywhere you want, except for courthouses, schools, and hospitals. You can open carry, and these fools would get in a van full of these white fools with AR-15s and FALs and be in a black community, and they'd be threatening the black citizens and walking around talking about, well, we can open carry, until the brothers say, okay, well, then we're going to open carry too and chase them up out of there. For some reason, for these foreigners, they're not even Americans, but I don't see none of the white folks doing that. I don't see these white boys doing that. I don't see the Richard Spencer type white nationals counter-protesting these Mexicans with these foreign flags. And if they're not Mexican, they're Guatemalan. And I'm wondering, why is that? Why is it all of a sudden these white nationals and these pro-Second Amendment, these Oath Keepers and these Minutemen, remember the Minutemen down on the border when Obama was in office? When this fool, he's doing the same thing Ronald Reagan did. When Ronald Reagan was about to get impeached for Iran-Contra, all of a sudden he had senility. He had Alzheimer's. So now Biden is doing the same thing. Now that he's an open traitor to America, he's a cold, unapologetic Anglophile traitor to the United States. When he starts getting heat for causing this problem, all of a sudden he's going crazy. Look at the female, the cute little female with the afro from Haiti, who was the spokesperson for Biden. She done came out with a book, and she done said the whole senility thing is a lie. Ain't nothing wrong with Biden. But we knew that, because as soon as he goes to the Congressional Black Caucus, he stops 2 inches from just cussing him out as soon as he steps up on the stage. He's not senile then all of a sudden. So what am I saying? What am I talking about? What's the point I'm trying to make here? This is happening for a reason. This is a means to an end. I don't know what the end is. I fear that end may involve us in this country. I don't know that. It may not. But we got to keep our eyes peeled, our ears open, and our head on a swivel, because we have traitors in this government. We have foreign nationals that are serving foreign powers, like this Ilhan Omar fool. And these Somalis, some of the worst, I don't mean to sound biased or sound what have you, but the worst Africans I've ever come across in my life are
Those are
Somalis.
some disgusting people.
Miserable,
low down, disgusting people. All of them.
I didn't come across them until I came to Washington State. Now, I used to live in Minneapolis, but fortunately for me, I'm gonna say this, and you may have some other callers. I'm gonna be quiet. But they weren't in Minneapolis when I was there in the '90s. I didn't know that Africans can be so low and degenerate and ignorant and evil and hostile as these fool Somalis. And this fool, the one of them, Ilhan Omar's boys, tried to become the mayor. And I'm sitting here scratching my head. The United States, the most powerful and wealthy country on earth, and they're letting a city be taken over by some refugees that haven't built a doghouse with proper specs and proper angles, and they haven't hardly paved a road, and they're going to be nearly. And this fool had a respectable vote count, and I'm thinking, who is doing this? I don't know, man. I don't want to start babbling and take up time, but man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I'll go ahead and listen.
Okay.
And I don't like Trump, but
yeah, we got a call.
So go ahead.
We have another call. I believe Miss Renee. She's going to call in. I know.
Good.
You know, Renee gonna speak and hang up. So y'all know. You know, Renee ain't gonna say long. She ain't gonna get in no debate. Renee gonna say what she got to say and hang up. Click. Y'all know Renee now. Let
me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to say nothing because I think she don't like me very much. So right here, right now, I'm going to shut up. Bam, right there.
Okay, Renee.
That's too, so don't feel bad.
Renee, make your comment. I know you're going to hang up after you make your comment. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say something. I just want to say a few things just to clarify something, some things that I've heard.
Okay, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear me. I can still hear someone talking.
Probably. Let me turn the little thing down. Let me see. How's that? Is that better? Renee?
No, you know what? Let me call back because I can still hear someone else talking.
Okay, let me turn it down because it shouldn't be. I'm trying to adjust it now. It shouldn't be. Let me look. Try it now. Now? Let me what about now, Renee? She's gonna call back. You know, Renee's gonna call back. She was hearing a little.
I didn't hear anybody talking.
Me either.
Neither did I.
I didn't either. It was strange.
It's completely dead quiet.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't hear it. I don't even hear. Normally, I can hear the echo. So hopefully she'll call back.
I wonder if she's going to call back.
I'm not sure. Okay, somebody's calling back in now. Let's see. We got a new caller. So she's probably not gonna. Maybe she got nervous. Call back, Renee. We're waiting on you to call. You know,
I don't know why.
We're not going to attack you, Renee.
Ain't nobody gonna bite. Come on now.
We got two more calls.
Sounds like a little cutie thing. I like to hear her talking. She sounds like a little cutie.
She is cute. Renee is nice looking. Very nice looking. She's very nice looking. Yeah.
Has joined.
Okay. 9031. Turn your thing down. Or I'm gonna have to mute you. You're up next. 9031.
Marcus
has joined.
All right. 9031. They hung up. You know, I don't know why they keep. Listen, y'all. Please, when you call in, do not have your volume up on your Facebook and YouTube. Please don't do that. Please. Renee, call her back now. Okay, come on, Marcus.
I just joined in. I wanted to know what exactly is your topic.
Oh, okay. We talk about the shooting today. Happened in D.C. to two National Guardsmen. They got shot. So you can come back.
Oh, I'll listen first. I'll just stay on. Let's
9433.
see
Come
what
on,
other
caller.
number.
Okay, 9433.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Great.
Renee has joined.
I really don't vibe with Donald Trump because he's really illiterate because the things he get on national TV insane. But Brandon don't care about us. Kristen don't care about us. It's all a politic game. It's all about the mighty dollar. They let everybody come over here. They give everybody else the benefits but us. But us.
Okay. Okay. Well,
And that's not right. That's not fair. Everybody could come over here and get a loan. They could send back to their families. They could come here and get anything they want but us.
mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for your comments. Hold on. Come on, Renee.
All right.
Hi, Martin. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, I just want to clarify a couple of things that I've heard tonight in your platform so far and a couple of comments that I've seen posted. And I always say this to you, and we've discussed this in person before, either cite the source right or give accurate information. So as it relates to the gentleman who shot the National Guards in D.C., right? One, we know he and his family members left Afghanistan during the withdrawal.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Renee. I'm sorry.
From
Go
the
ahead.
withdrawal, they went, that's okay. From the withdrawal, they went through a vetting process. And guess when they were finally approved to be here in America, once their vetting process was done? That was done under Trump, right? So while Trump is standing up there talking about things that he has absolutely no clue about, as we saw again today, he should know that, just like his FBI director should have known what he was talking about earlier today when he was on TV discussing things that he had absolutely no knowledge of. Two, when someone is on your platform and they're talking about Cuba is sending all these people, remember that movie Scarface, what that person should have said was they were talking about the Mario boat lift. That's what they were talking about when Fidel Castro said, okay, you want to do X, Y, and Z, go right on ahead and leave. And that's exactly what they did. And now look at what's happening with the people who live in Florida, who are Cuban, right, who came over here, received all of these benefits, and now all of these things are being a backlash towards them. As far as it relates to those who are from Somalia and those who live up in Minnesota, this is also another situation that happened overseas, right? Persecution, civil war, just like what happened in Rwanda, right? America with open arms and everything else, right? These are things that are happening that people either need to protest against, right? Or say, no, we no longer want to be an opening country to people who are fleeing persecution. When I posted in the chat regarding an open border, and someone said, yeah, they came over here because the borders are open. How did someone come over here from Afghanistan during a form of border? Think about what you're saying when you are talking about things like that. And I talk about this all the time because, as we can see, when you have a president who gets on a national platform is calling people piggy and ugly and fat slots and different things like that, the next thing that's going to come out of his mouth is the N-word. So again, we need to talk about things where we have the facts, just like when someone was saying that someone is in Congress and they were not born here in the United States. She was born here in the United States. Her parents were born in Guatemala. Because when someone say that there's a congressperson or someone else that was born in another country, you remind me of Trump, who said that Obama was born in Kenya when he was actually born in Hawaii.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Marcus.
Hello. Can I be heard?
Yes,
And I
you can be
totally
heard.
agree. There's someone else in the chat named Princess Black who is absolutely right. Pritzker, right? I agree with some of the things that he says. However, Brandon, he's not going to get my vote again. Someone else, I'm sure, will be a better candidate. I think with all the crime that is going on, and also when it comes to the judge who allowed that person to be released, right, on a monitor, who set someone on fire regardless of whatever color she was. The sad thing is that one, we all hope that she survived. The sad thing is that judge sat up there and said that they did not want to retain that person and keep them in jail. So while we pray that woman survives from her burns, the thing is that family is going to win a lawsuit against that judge and that court.
Okay. Renee, hold it. Please mute your phone, please, people.
Yeah, I hear a lot of background.
Yeah, I don't want to be like you. We do have people that are listening. They're not watching, but they're listening. And this audio is so important to them. Thank you. Just mute your phone. All you have to do is mute your phone. I hear a bunch of
echo, but thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Mark.
206, go ahead.
Did she hang up? Are you still there, Renee?
Yes.
Is she still there?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just to respond to her comments, and I also have some comments that I'd like to issue to take a clarification. There's three issues. The Cubans in Florida, she says that we should mention that the issue, and if she's here, she can correct me if I'm wrong, because I am paraphrasing, that we should mention the Mariel boat lift. And my question is, without the Mariel boat lift, how many Cubans before that action were in Florida? And the answer is there were a few, but negligent amounts. And my point is, if you talk about Cubans in South Florida, by extension, automatically, you're talking about the Mariel boat lift, because that's how the vast majority of them got there. Also, she's linking the Somalia event, the Somalia disaster, with Rwanda. There's no link or connection there, because we got a good several 100,000 to 1 million Somalis, and the Rwandans that are in this country can be fit on 20 buses of the CTA on 3 Ls on the L line. There's far more Somalis that are allowed, for whatever reason, to come into the United States than Rwandans. They're a tiny amount of Rwandans compared to Somalis, so there's really no similarity there. Third and last item of clarification, I think she was referring to me when I talked about the person who I think is a traitor to the United States, Ms. Ramirez. I did not say that she was born outside the country. I said she was either born outside the country or she was born within the country, and there's no record of her being a naturalized citizen within the country. And the reason that I said that. Hello?
Go ahead. That was Renee coming back in. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was disconnected. Just so the caller knows, while he's paraphrasing, you weren't on the call when the gentleman was speaking earlier. 2, if you had heard Trump when he was talking about Somalia earlier, and the rights he's about to take away from them, what I'm saying is that the people from Somalia who fled persecution, right, and the civil war that was going on there, fled persecution and went to Minnesota, right? What I'm saying is, it's just like what happened in Rwanda with the civil war that was going on there. You weren't on the phone earlier. So I think that's part of the issue that you are having, is that you're paraphrasing and you're saying all these things, but yet you weren't on the call when he started. When the caller spoke earlier, right, and he was talking about Scarface and all these bad people and all these other things. That's what I'm trying to say is, when he was speaking of Scarface, he was referring to the time when Cubans came over here during the Mariel boat lift. Oh, and by the way, I have a friend that I can get on the phone who was part of that boat lift if you want me to. So, excuse me. So stop talking down to me, which I don't appreciate at all.
Down to you.
Okay.
You interrupted me. I didn't interrupt you.
And again, you were not on the call earlier when he was speaking before.
Renee, sweetie, with your nice little Chicago accent, you sound like I'm talking to Jane Byrne all of a sudden. Renee, when you say on the call earlier, do you mean a previous live, like yesterday or so?
No, were you on the call? Were you on Martin's call?
206, he's talking about me.
Right.
Roosevelt, let me talk to her for a minute.
Right, I'm talking about Roosevelt.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
right,
you're talking about
Roosevelt? I wasn't referring to you.
Oh, okay.
Right, so you can't speak for Roosevelt. Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, but you do that a lot, though. Right.
I do what a lot?
If I'm talking to Roosevelt, and I'm letting Roosevelt know, and the other people know, that the person came over here, especially for those of us who have military personnel who are part of the Afghan removal, right? And the people who were leaving, America went through a vetting process, right? But you do that all the time. So I was referring to the caller who was on here when you weren't.
When I wasn't. And you're talking about 206 wasn't? Because I joined this live when it was only 2 minutes old. I was here from the beginning.
You couldn't have. Then you couldn't have.
Of course I was.
Did you hear what he said though when he was talking about Scarface, the movie? That's what killed me.
Of course I did.
What does the Muriel boat lift have to do with Scarface?
Well, you have to ask the person that said that. Are you asking?
Right, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
Well, you have to. You
I don't know what.
Renee, you have to look at the movie to know what is said at the very beginning of the movie. They said when a whole lot of Cubans and stuff came over here, they said that they were trying to get rid of the dredges of their Cuban society. Dredges mean the criminals.
On the Muriel boat list? Right. That's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks just because it was that title, they all came over here on boats. And my friend and his family were on the second to the last flight when Fidel Castro said, that's it, no one else is leaving Cuba. Now what they do is, what they call it is the flat feet water, right? When you touch the surface, right, in Florida, and they remove that right, which is the exact thing they should have done. Now when they arrive in Florida, they don't have that right anymore. So you can't speak for Roosevelt.
I wasn't trying to speak for
Well,
Roosevelt.
you were.
I was just asking a question.
Okay.
And what was this policy, this flat foot policy you were talking about? The Cubans? Hello? Did she hang? Please tell me she didn't hang up.
No, she didn't.
No, I didn't hang up.
Did you hang? You said something about a flat foot policy in Cuba. What was that? Were you talking about the 1 foot policy? The wet foot, dry foot policy? Is that what you were talking about? She's mad at me. She's not talking to me anymore, so I guess I'll be quiet.
I don't even know you. What I want you to do is I want you to give accurate information.
Huh? You have my information.
I don't have how do I have your information?
I thought that's just what you said. You said something about my information? What are you talking about?
Okay.
She said she wants you to have accurate information.
Well, before she can do that, she has to have accurate information herself. And her information is not entirely accurate either. We have to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, and then we can check someone else.
Okay.
Okay?
So, right. So I wasn't talking to you about the Maria boat lift. I was talking to you about Somalians. I wasn't talking to you about wet foot, dry foot, right?
But I was talking to you.
I was just saying how foreigners. I was just saying how foreigners really, when they come here, they don't really love this country like we do. It's all about the dollar bill. It's all about pretty much just to make money, and plus they don't mix and they do not assimilate in American culture because, Somalis in Minnesota, because my parents live in Minnesota, they are so rannish and they don't even deal with other kinds of people or any other kind of communities, pretty much like outside themselves. So, I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I've been around these people. Even 206 had a testimony because, you know, he used to live in Minnesota and everything too. You see how they are, see how they act. And I have never seen any other kind of form or even type of African who act the way that they act. You know,
Renee, comment?
Put your phone on mute.
Renee, do you have a comment?
On what he had to say?
Sure. I'm just asking, do you have a comment on what he said or no?
No, I didn't know this was your platform, though.
It's my platform. I'm not Martin G. Johnson. I'm 206.
Right, I know. That's what I said. I said, I didn't know this was your platform.
Yeah, but it's not my platform. Why would you think that? Right. Why would you think it was my platform?
Do I have something to say?
Say again? He's talking when I'm talking. If you notice, when you talk, I shut up. So how would you think that this is my platform? Why would you think that?
Because of what you just said. So
and what did I just ask?
Okay, guys. Let me go to the next caller.
All right.
Let me go to the next caller.
Thanks for not hanging up, Renee.
Yeah.
I enjoy talking to you.
5724. 5724.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I just got a little opinion.
Hold it. Bro. Bro.
I ain't talking about that.
No, bro. Bro. You owe that a lady of apology, bro.
Man.
You can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro.
Ooh.
Dude, come on, bro. You can't do what you did, bro.
No apology, brother.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro.
Everybody wants to attack Renee.
Right. No.
I don't want to say nothing to no Renee.
No. Hey, hold on, Marcus. Let me handle this. He know what I'm talking about. You can't, hey, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You called Mother Doris a B, bro, and that wasn't cool at all, bro.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't cool, bro. That wasn't cool, man.
She disrespectful.
But bro, she didn't call you out your name, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's an elder, bro. Let's try to.
She was talking crazy though.
You know, bro, you was talking crazy to her. You call her.
You call her talking crazy,
bro.
Though, man.
Come on, man, brother. Now listen. You're around my age. I mean, come on, man. You know, we don't do that on here, brother. We respect people. Listen, we got difference of opinion on here all the time. But for you to have an outburst and do that to her, man, that was wrong of you, man. I listen. Now I know I would have never expected you to do nothing like that, man. I was shocked. I was shocked, man.
Made me mad.
Okay, listen. How many people make me mad on here? You never hear me go off on them like that. I'm the host. You can't, man. You got to control your emotions, man. I need you to apologize to that sister, man.
I ain't got no emotions. I don't work off emotions.
Okay,
man.
Well, I ain't gonna be able to let you talk until you apologize to that lady, bro.
I don't work off no emotions.
I'm not even worried about no apology for me. But that lady, Miss Doris, man, she didn't deserve what you called her, man. She didn't deserve that, bro. She didn't deserve that.
I don't owe Miss Doris. She owed me an apology too then. Bro.
Well, I could arrange that too as well. I could arrange that. If you feel like that, I can arrange. But she didn't call you out your name though, bro. That's an 81-year-old lady, man. Brother, that's a sister. That's
still, that don't make you.
Hey, brother, that's a black sister. Though. We should never. Hey,
that
bro.
Don't make you exempt, though.
No, I'm not saying that. But what you said out your mouth, you was bogus, bro. You was bogus, man. You should have never done that, man. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't speak up for the other person, but what you called her, man, then hung up, man, that wasn't cool, bro. And I can't let you come back on until you apologize to her, man. I love you, bro, but that was.
I can't apologize, bro. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna apologize.
I suggest you just listen in, then, man, because I don't need that, man. I can't have the type of outbursts on here. I don't even call the women that name, man. All right, man.
Okay.
You my brother, man, but we got to respect the women on here, man. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, they got the respect too, though.
Yeah, of course.
Respect goes both ways.
Man, you think it's cool for a man?
Older, that don't mean she could disrespect.
Brother.
No?
But did she deserve what you call her?
At the moment, yeah.
Come on now, bro. Now listen, bro. What if I disrespect your mother like that? You be ready to come at my throat. Come on
I
now,
don't
bro.
care.
All right then.
I wouldn't care. My mama dead.
No. My mama dead too. But you wouldn't want that.
My mom, my dad dead. You think she care about it? Somebody called her a beat?
Man.
No.
Man, well.
My mama don't care. Sticks and bricks. My mama always told me, sticks and bricks may break my bones, but words will never hurt.
Okay, well.
That's what type of nigga I am, bro.
Okay, well, bro, I'm sorry I can't let you talk until you work it out with her, man. Or you make a public apology right here, then you can talk. To then, I can't even let you talk, bro.
I can't make no public apology for somebody who I felt disrespectful too.
Okay, but brother,
you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is.
Hey, big bro.
All right.
Did she call you out your name?
She ain't had to, but the shit she was saying, the things she was saying, my bad.
Okay.
The things she was saying, you know what I'm saying, tell her, get up off here, like, you know, stuff like that. Get away. We don't want to hear what you got to say and all that. So we supposed to listen to you and you won't listen to none. We say everything you say is legit. And no, that ain't right, man. Nah. She was bogus, bro.
Yeah. And you don't think you was bogus,
bro.
You don't think you was bogus either, huh?
Nope.
Come on, bro. You know, come on, man. You know,
I don't.
As a black man, we should not be calling our women out like that, bro. Especially on a public line like this, man. You know, come on.
That's right.
She 81 years old, brother.
Ain't nobody, he talking to me, man. Ain't nobody talking to him. I'm talking to Mark. Hey, now listen, Mark.
Yeah.
She's very disrespectful, and people encourage her to be disrespectful, telling her she can say whatever she wants and all that. She can't do that, man. She can't do that. Telling her she earned that. That ain't right.
No, man, can you humble yourself, bro?
Right?
Hey, Martin. I gotta respond, please.
Well, go ahead.
Hey, Bill. Hey. Bro, you out of line, man, and that's what we saw with those. Can I talk? Can I talk?
If I'm out of line, deal with me.
We ain't even. You know what? I ain't even gonna lower myself to that.
Well, then quit. I'm not talking to Martin. I don't want to talk to you.
And I'm talking to the show. Martin said you weren't supposed to even be talking if you wasn't apologizing.
Martin can't tell me not to talk. Mine ain't my daddy. But guess what, though? I respect mine, and this is show.
Okay, well...
So I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, you don't have to talk to me.
You can't tell me.
You don't have to.
You want to see me?
You have that right.
Meet up
but I'm going to say this. You don't want that. See, you don't want that, man. I don't want it.
Okay, we can meet up and talk. Where you want to meet? We'll kill all that right now.
Bro.
We ain't gonna do no lip talk. None of that.
Bro. We don't need that gangster talking on here, man. Come on, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
trying not to be on that, but he's taking it there.
No, man. Come on now, bro.
Leave that alone, man. I don't want to talk to him.
Hey,
right.
And I don't want to talk to you, so I'm gonna make my statement to the panel and hope somebody can receive this. That dude is bogus as I don't know what. I don't care. Part of being a man is being able to control your emotions. What we seeing here, Martin say he's his age, and that's ridiculous. This is what we getting. This is why those kids. This is why those kids had no respect for that lady as a mother, as an adult.
I don't care about that.
This is the same stuff that hold us down as a people, resulting to reacting off of emotions. That lady did not deserve that because she's 81 years old and she's a black woman. It don't matter. It don't matter. People get when you get to get a certain age, and she didn't disrespect you in the way that you disrespected her. You called her out of her name. I mean, one of the worst names that you could call a woman of that age.
Ain't no
You focus,
rules
man.
when somebody say something to you.
That's the problem
ain't
with
no
our
rules
people
to
right
say
now.
to limit
Lack of
you to go.
respect. No
Ain't no
respect
rules
for
to limit
authority
you to go.
and no respect for elders. That's one of our major problems with youngins right now. And thinking they the baddest person that walked the face of the earth. You don't even know me, dude. You don't even know the like of my walk.
I want to get to know you. Come on, man. I'm on 47% every day, man. Come on.
That's how stupid you are. That's how stupid you are. Cause you think you the baddest motherfucker that walked the face of the earth.
You
me, Mark.
That's why you talking over this phone. So
you wouldn't even see me, partner. That's how I work. Man. You wouldn't even see me.
Get close,
dummy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Martin.
All right. All right, man.
I hope I see him. I know who this is too.
Hey, bro, come on, man. Come, let's cease all that.
Hey, nah, man. He can't tell me, man. I'm listening to you.
Right.
But
right.
I don't want, this nigga can't chastise me, man. Who we think he?
Hey, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
You better sit down somewhere, man.
Could I say something for a second?
You can say it to me, not him. Say it to me.
Come on.
Now I feel even after I feel that certain things that Bill just said was right, I feel a little bit different because sometimes I have questions. Let's just say like about older people. It's like, I mean, do you think that it's right that because one thing about you, Martin, you always say and you always pride yourself on the fact. Anytime, even if one of us says something that you disagree with, that you feel like we're over talking, overstepping, the first thing you'll say is, "Okay, hold it," or "hold up," or something. You will never say "shut up," or I've never even heard you go as far as to say, "Hey, yo, I'm talking, be quiet." You never went that far as to do that.
Right.
But it just seems like sometimes this is just the way it looks like sometimes with me. Sometimes with older people, why is it that sometimes in society that even if an older person, it could be, I didn't hear the show. I'm only going off of what I heard, but I'm going off of just like what I've seen in my lifetime. Sometimes an older person could be dead wrong over something that they might have done, but all because they say that their age, people are willing to look over it or look past it. When I was always taught, it says in scripture that God is not a respecter of persons, and that sometimes, no matter how old you are, if something, let's just say, and I'm not trying to excuse the guy or something for calling her that name because, he shouldn't have. But I think that what he is trying to say is that it's something that led up to that. And it's almost like sometime in this society that we only look at what the person did to react rather than the action that caused the reaction, if that makes any deal. But sometimes with older people, why is it that sometimes we excuse older people even if they did do something that was wrong? Because I was always taught no matter how old you are, no matter who you are, what color, what race, what religion, wrong is just wrong.
Well, let me just say this, Roosevelt. That there can't be an exchange of words. The point that I had with the brother, I was just asking, he should have never called her a B. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Mama did everything perfect, but I'm just saying we should not, as black men, man, especially on the public sector, we should not disrespect black women like that, bro. We should need, and that's our senior too as well. So that's all I'm saying. The B word, man. That was just taking it too far. Now I allow him to go back and forth with her, but when he said that B word, I was done. Now, cause he have a right. He's a grown man. She's grown. If he felt like he's offended, he can talk it out, go back and forth. But when you call each other, when you start screaming names, them fighting words. I don't even talk like that on that. Now I let y'all debate on here and disagree.
No, you don't do that.
I mean, sometimes I do. I do let you guys go if you want to make a point and go back. But my thing was, I felt in my heart that Mama Dora didn't deserve to be called a B. Now, he had a valid point far as because you're older, that don't mean that you right and all that. And that's a
It makes
valid
you
point.
right. Mhm.
That's a valid
Yeah,
point.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
be honest. But the beef that I had with my brother was, why did you why would you call her a B? And that was bogus, you know. Don't do that, you know. And I know you felt a certain way and all that, but in reality, at first she wasn't even talking to him. She was talking to somebody else. He butted in, injected himself into the conversation. So that's how now. If he'd have just kept quiet,
Old B.
yeah, right. If he'd have just kept
No,
quiet,
bro, that ain't how it went.
but no, hold on,
That
bro.
ain't how it went, bro.
No, hold it. She was talking to somebody else. You kept making little
And
comments.
then you told me I could speak.
Right.
And I spoke. That's what happened,
Right.
bro.
But you came in, you were saying little stuff under your breath, and we can hear you. You know, we can hear you, man. I'm just asking, bro.
No, I ain't bashful, man. I don't talk under my breath.
No, I know. But what I say, it wasn't your turn to talk, but you kept saying stuff. You know, you kept saying, you know, making comments. You know, so my thing is, bro, we can't tolerate that type of behavior on the line, calling each other out of name, man. You got Republicans.
Respect.
Yeah. We got
I
Republicans.
respect that.
And I don't do it. So I try to lead by example. You know, that's why Roosevelt
So
said.
I just won't speak on your line no more, bro.
Right. You're more than welcome here. All I'm asking you just to do a public apology, man. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can speak anytime you want to.
I won't do it.
Come on, bro.
I feel that maybe there needs to be an understanding amongst both of them, because even though I can understand what you're saying,
Mr.
I can
Roosevelt,
understand like what he did and said
I'm
was
talking
wrong, but
about
it's something that's still
I'm
started.
talking about the B word. That's what I'm talking about. The B word. He said that and hung up immediately, and I was stuck because I know he come on, and this ain't his first time coming. He know about this platform, and we shouldn't do each other like that. You know, we shouldn't do each other like that.
Martin's recollection of how it went down is exactly right. He was call himself protecting the young lady that she was
63,
speaking about.
yeah. Right.
Martin. He put on a case for her.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus, go ahead.
I want to switch gears right quick. Right quick and get back. I mean, I want to talk about this shooting.
Okay, we're going to talk about it, but let me just deal with this right quick. So, all right, my brother, I can't let you talk until you know, we work it out or something, man.
Man, I appreciate it.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, peace out. All right. Go ahead, Marcus.
All right. So we got to watch our government. Our government does things that I know people tired of hearing people blaming Trump for everything. I'm not accusing Trump of anything about what I'm about to say. I'm speaking in general how our government operates. We trust our government, right? We trust the media. We trust the narrative. But we got to watch our government. They're trying to do something to start a war, to keep this president in office, to make an excuse for him to stay in office longer than he's supposed to stay in office. First, they tried to start a riot. First, they shut off Link, and they thought people was going to be dancing in the streets, raiding grocery stores and doing all that. They, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, they are trying to get a legitimate reason to put National Guard troops to militarize the police department and put them on the streets of America. That's what they're trying to do. And how they're going to do it? Hey, let's shoot 2 National Guardsmen in D.C. and let's put it on an Afghanistani. Not saying that the guy from Afghanistan didn't do it, but he could be a part of the United States military. I mean, they killed Charlie Kirk. This is my opinion, they killed Charlie Kirk and went after black people behind killing Charlie Kirk, when black people didn't have nothing to do with the killing of Charlie Kirk. Okay? You got to look at what's going on. This is just my opinion. It's not fact. It ain't on Google. But just look at it from a bigger picture. And look at what our government is doing. We trust the media. We trust what the White House tells us. But we don't know the real story, the real agenda. There's a hidden agenda behind it. I mean,
And take note of this. They just discontinued the penny. There will be no more pennies printed. So things are happening in this government that we don't understand. Some people think it's conspiracy. Some people think it's rumors. But look at the signs of what's happening. I believe they're trying to start a war. And to start a war, once you start a war, it's hard to get a president out of office. And they're doing everything in their power to start a war within this country, not overseas, but to start a civil war. And that's my opinion.
I agree.
Okay. All right. Okay, Bill, go ahead.
Brother Martin.
Yeah, go ahead. 206. Whoever. Yeah.
Let
Oh,
206
no, Bill.
go. Go ahead,
Right?
206. Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Real quick. If our friend Renee is still here, I'd like to ask her a couple questions. Is she still here?
No, she's not. She's listening though. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted the two things I wanted to ask was if she voted for Brandon Johnson and how she feels about his performance and how she feels about the immigrant issue in Seattle. I was curious to know what her sentiment was on that. But
Well,
maybe
she
she'll
hold
call back.
it.
Sorry about
206.
that.
206. She did say
yeah.
she would not be voting for Brandon Johnson. She did say that tonight. She would not be voting for him.
Well, you mean I heard that, but did she vote for him when he came into office? And if so, what changed her mind? That's just what I want to know. But she's gone. So, Brother Bill, I yield the mic to you.
Go ahead, Brother Bill.
Yeah. I'd like to speak on this immigrant stuff you've been telling everybody, Martin, for the longest about influx of immigrants coming to America. And that influx of Somalians was overlooked. I see they have a lot of businesses, not only brick and mortar, but you see them running up and down this road. If it's 50 people in a truck stop, you can rest for sure about 15 to 20, if not better, gonna be Somalians.
Yeah.
And I believe the numbers that they are saying, the 70 whatever thousand in Minnesota, I believe is way higher than that.
Yeah.
They hate us.
And yes, they do. And they have been up here. Basically, what they did or what they were doing is what the Venezuelans and Hondurans taking the same format. With the bottom line and motive is to show they despise for us. They want the money and the benefits and all of that. But America, I don't understand how our government can't see, or they're just complicit with what they're doing. Because each one of these groups are sending massive amount of money back to their homeland and acting a fool and taking over not only our streets, but they are wiggling their way into government. On all levels, mayoral, federal level, and when we looking at them and see the despise they have for us, when they get a toehold, it'll be way worse for a foundational black FBA in this country. The more power that they get, white supremacy don't have to operate in their old mode when they got them indoctrinated and they don't have to be held accountable for anything that they do. When you got them in Congress digging holes for FBAs, it's a money grab. If we can see it on here, why can't our government see it.
Mm-hmm.
We the only race of people that hasn't sent money in the ways that these last sets of immigrants, from the Arabs to the Latinos to the Somalians. The Somalians have sent over $1.7 trillion. They sent more money in the years that they've been here than their whole government had altogether. That should tell you something.
And only from Minnesota, mostly from Minnesota.
Yes. I land my plane for now.
All right, we're going to go to 281. Come on, caller, 281.
What's up, Martin? Great show again.
Thank you,
like
sir.
Always. About the topic of your show, about those two gentlemen, those two National Guardsmen shot in D.C. When the news broke, I was on the phone with B-Red, and somehow we got disconnected. And I told him, I said, hey, man, do you know they did exactly what you said was going to happen? And you had them on your show. You talked about it on your show. And I think you even kind of agreed with it. You know, when they bring these professionally trained military people into the big city, somebody's going to try to come back. Now, I didn't hear the news prior to that about him being a Somalian or where he's from. Just taking care of some other things around the house. And I didn't hear that until I heard it on your show. I don't know what kind of propaganda that may be. I don't understand how we let certain groups of people in our country and then they turn on us. The Arabs have been doing it since day one, since I want to say they've been doing it since the Olympics when they took there was a group of military people that went in, and I think they got the Israeli athletes. And I want to say it happened in 1976, but I could be wrong. But it seems like every time we let a foreigner in this country, they do atrocities to this country that's kind of breathtaking. I don't think that a brother from the hood will pull out a switch on a military personnel unless they were shooting at him. Now, that may, if he was shooting at him, he'd probably pull out a switch and shoot back. But I can't see a brother walking down the street with a switch or whatever and then just start shooting at military personnel. That may have happened somewhere in this country. I don't know. But I'm saying I can't fathom that. And one of your callers said, I think it may have been Bill, said something big is going on. Something else is going on. But as we can see from past events, foreigners who come over from another country, mostly in the Middle East, do these things. Now, it may be a distraction for something else, but what we need to do as Black folks is be wise. Martin chopped on some stuff about Mama Doris and the gentleman who had a problem with Mama Doris, and Marcus tapped in on it. Everybody tapped in because they were offended. I was offended, but not to say anything against the brother who said what he said about Mama Doris. I can't condone that, brother. You're my brother. I love you, but I can't condone that because at the end of the day, I have been saying for a long time this social disconnection that Black folks have with each other. We want to meet up on the street to see how tough we are. When we don't need to meet up on the street to see how tough we are. We need to meet up to see if we can keep things from happening in our community that we are opposed to. I'm going to land this plane right now. And I'm going to say this to everybody that's listening on this phone. We are lost. We are the most chosen to be attacked. We are destroying ourselves. We need to figure it out. Because I ain't mad at you because I said something that made you uncomfortable, or you said something to me that made me uncomfortable. We need to get together. You ain't gotta like me. I don't want you to pay my bills. And if I can help you, I'm gonna do what I can to help you. But we need to come together as a unity. I think Farrakhan was the only prominent leader who did something that was spectacular with the Million Man March. I think he's a little bit age now to bring that back. But if we can get something like that again, we'll be untouchable. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Anybody like to make a comment on that?
Yeah, just a quick one.
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. The brother pointed out how much money that these people have extracted from the U.S. And not only, and I don't want to beat a dead horse with the Somalis, but they took most of that money out of only one state. And according to the Caucasoids in government, so you not a grain of salt, but a handful of salt. They say that a lot of that money went to a terrorist group that they characterize as a terrorist group called Al-Shabaab. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that money came from the various frauds in Minnesota. That's what they say. So, and Al-Shabaab is affiliated with Al-Qaeda, according to the Willy Bobos in Washington, D.C. So there you go. Somebody was saying something?
No, sir.
Okay.
Like you said, I said I agree with you. And Al-Shabaab is pretty much the terrorist group that is in Africa, around that continent. You have two main terrorist groups in Africa. You have Al-Shabaab and you have Boko Haram.
Right.
So, those are the main two African radical Islamic groups and stuff like for that area and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I just read a couple of days ago, affiliates of Boko Haram then kidnapped about 300 more students, children in West Africa. And it's I think I have, my heart is telling me who's orchestrating this whole thing, but I don't have proof, so I got to keep my mouth shut.
Okay, if I need some information real quick. Do we know the condition of the two soldiers? Are they dead or are they in critical condition? Anybody know?
I've been hearing two different stories. I've been hearing on one channel it said that they're dead, but it said one channel that said that they're dead, another one said that they're just in the hospital in a critical condition. There's like 2 or 3 different stories going on, so you don't know what to believe.
All right, we got old timer. We got old timer, y'all.
Critical condition.
Okay, old timer. Old
yes,
timer.
sir. I've been listening, and pretty good show tonight. Well, the United States, they have to let people in the country. I know Trump, talk a lot of jive, but they got all type of races, not racist, races of people that get sworn into the country every month. I would have to say they take in no less than 3,000 people a month, and make them citizens. And so I hear people on here saying, well, these people are not, they pledge allegiance, but they pledge allegiance just to become a citizen. That's probably true. Now, we that are here, again, that didn't go back after slavery was over with, but this is our country. Now, this is our country, and we have people in power positions. So what are we going to do about it? It's going to be up to us. It all depends how far we want to go. It's a tough way to make it in the United States here for us, because there's really not that much room, except for to get a house.
Old timer, we don't have no power. Old timer, we don't have no power. Well, they control the water. They control the water. They control the food. They control transportation. They control what you say. I like what you said. But when you said that last statement, we don't control anything.
We don't own nothing either.
Okay. Well, that's true. But we can be together though. See, one thing I noticed about us now, I don't like to do it, but I'm not working anymore, so I don't have the opportunity to do it. But when I was working, I was very slow to say a lot of stuff around people of different races. After I found out that number one, they really ain't rocking with us. When most of the people come on the job, they say, well, if it's a Hispanic, or is it a Indonesian, and if they're from Australia, you don't never hear them say, well, I'm gonna get a house over there on 87th Street. I'm gonna get a house over there on 83rd Street, a Sangamon. But they'll tell you to get one over there on the north side. They'll tell you that they get one over there off of somewhere off of Cicero before you get up to it, and they'll say it without any hesitation. Now, so we know that we're the only people that's really stuck out here about. So we already know this. And all of this
old timer. You was on Martin's show 2 shows ago. Martin said on his show that they're about to increase the taxes. They doubled the taxes, old timer. Listen to what you said about the near north side. They doubled the taxes from North Chicago to 95th, from 95th all the way back to Western. If they double the taxes and you lived on 52nd and Green Street, how are you going to pay the taxes?
Well, I hear what you're saying. I was told, they told some of the people to go down.
You didn't answer my question, though. You didn't answer my question.
You're going to have to pay it. You have to cough up the money from somewhere if you want to keep your property. I understand what you're saying, but
if you understand what I'm saying, if you understand what I'm saying,
I can't tell you how you're going to pay it. I'm going to get paid, but I got to pay my old time.
But old time, what is the big picture? What's the big picture I'm trying to state? We've been saying it on Martin's show for a long time. What's the biggest picture I'm trying to say? If you can't afford the taxes in Chicago, one or two things are going to happen to you. What are they?
For one, you're going to lose your property. Another one, you're going to have to probably do something that you think that you wouldn't have to normally do.
Sell.
Start generate money.
You got to sell.
I don't know what that is. And I don't know what that is you're going to do. So, but go ahead and say what you think. I mean, I don't know the answer to all your questions. So, what you think you're going to have to do?
Well, one or two things are going to happen. If you can't pay those taxes, you're going to have to either leave or you're going to have to pay them. And
okay, both of those. Okay.
They try to force people out of Chicago, and they've been doing it for a long time. The gentrification is for real. They trying to make downtown, not downtown, I'm sorry. They trying to make from Skokie all the way back to 95th on that lakefront, so up to maybe Halsted, prime property. It's going to look like Toronto. And if it takes 30 years to get you all out of there, that's what it will take. Now, we ain't got no strong leader to stand up and say, no, y'all ain't doing that. Can't do that. Mm-hmm. Can't do that. And I told B-Red this today. I said, when they get in there, and I could be wrong, 286 can check me. Anybody can check me on this, and I'm okay with people being wrong. I like to learn. I believe once they buy that property back, because you can do this down here in Texas. Once they buy that property back and it gets to a certain value, and let's say something next door is a little bit less of value, you can go to the property tax assessment down here and dispute your taxes. And sometimes in Texas, now I can't say up there in Illinois, but down here in Texas, you can dispute them. And if they see that you're right, they will lower your taxes. I believe once they get control of Chicago, certain people gonna get a tax break. And it ain't gonna look like you. because you're gonna already be gone.
Well, up here they have actually it's not legal to go up on taxes that much because of that reason of them being able to take people property or people lose their property. If you paying $5,000 or $6,000 and your taxes go up to 10 or 12, that money got to come from somewhere, and 9 times out of 10, is gonna put you in a position where you're choosing to eat or you can't do anything else. But the whole thing in a nutshell, these people in Chicago are showing they natural born black butts, including the lawyers, not the lawyers, the judges here, for allowing a lot of this stuff, including the taxes going up. They went up in predominantly black south suburbs first, and then now they hit like Inglewood, Lawndale, Austin, all of those other black areas. And this is a plan that's probably been in place for decades, because these people play a long game. They have a short-term goal and they have a long-term goal. They knew when they put up those L's, going to the loop and to all the areas that they built them in, the bus system, those best prime property. We got in as a people in the 70s, a little bit before then, as far as homeowners in all of these areas. But we were used then because in all of those areas, a lot of the white people that lived there, I remember in the 60s, Inglewood being white. I remember out west on Cicero being white. Those people, the white people that sold their property, it was to benefit them, and their generational wealth was enhanced. They sold those property and they moved to the suburbs.
No, but Bill, they didn't move to the suburbs for that reason.
Yeah,
Let me ask Martin a question. Martin, when we were growing up, do you remember how many theaters we had from Cottage Grove, from 6030 Cottage Grove, when we were growing up? Do you remember how many theaters they had from Cottage Grove to Stony Island? Do you remember? Because I'll help you.
Yeah. There was a lot of
thank you.
Listen, y'all. Listen, we didn't jump off the subject, man. We on Texas. We off the subject, people. I know it's a good conversation, but we off the subject. So are we gonna get back on the subject, or are we gonna end it? I mean, is
well, I'm talking about that about the person that they shot them people.
Well, let's talk about
the man that shot those people.
All right.
Yeah, the one that shot those people. See, but you got to look at them people not scared of the powers that be in the United States. See, if they can get a stronger foothold, they'll come here and they'll bomb. They'll do Molotov cocktails. They'll fought with the police. They'll show them, Trump and all of them, that they're not scared of them. That's why this guy didn't have no problem doing this shooting. See,
he didn't shoot them with a handgun. He didn't shoot them with a handgun.
Who shot him with?
He shot him with a long gun. But how do you get up on in New York? I'm sorry, in D.C. How do you get in D.C. in front of military with a long rifle? That's why those people are in critical condition. Because they jacked him up. They shot him up like he was cheese. You want to shoot at us like that? We're going to shoot at you like that. That wasn't a handgun that did that. No, sir. And I'm saying that to say this here. I hate that happen. I really hate that happen, because in Texas we can have guns, and I hate, Mr. President, to say can't nobody have a gun no more. Nobody but us military, and then we get hit with martial law. These people down here in Texas gonna go nuts. They got special farms where they are ready to leave the city and go on a farm and live in the wilderness and say, "Come take our guns." And they ready though down here though, bro. I can't speak of Illinois, but I can tell you what they're doing down here. And I'm gonna tell you something. If we keep on getting shootings like we have in Chicago, DC, Philly, in all these big metropolitan cities, they're going to take our guns away from us. I hope they don't do that, because how are we going to defend ourselves?
Even against your own government, even when they turn against you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's why the citizenry should be armed, because they said that the right to bear arms was guaranteed in the Constitution, even if the government becomes corrupt and turn against the citizens should have a means to defend themselves. But with shootings like this, especially of 2 National Guard in Washington, D.C., yeah, he's right. It's an excuse for them to go and take the guns, so that way only the police and only the military will be armed and us as citizens will be unarmed, so that way even if the government does become corrupt and turn against us, there's no kind of way we can ever defend ourselves. It's all a plan.
Let me ask you a question. How do you get a long rifle like that? How do you get a long gun like that in D.C. to walk down, almost downtown in the metropolitan area with a long rifle and shoot? I'm asking you this question. How do you get your hands on a long rifle like that can shoot multiple rounds, okay, downtown D.C., at a metropolitan area where people are coming and bustling every day? How do you get your hands on weapons like that?
Yeah, that's not easy. And
you got to know somebody.
And then to do it with nobody seeing you with this rifle and calling the police. The same thing happened earlier this year in New York. I'm trying to remember where that happened. It was a few months ago. Okay. This fool had an AR-10 and shot up some people. And he walked from point A to point B. It was like a mile and a half. How come they didn't see it? Nobody saw him in New York City with a rifle and nobody called the police?
Right. See, I don't know, man.
Be red.
But I want everybody to type in this here.
Okay.
www.cheapguns.com. I'm going to say it again. www.cheapguns.com.
Let's take this new caller.
And those weapons, okay.
New caller and the last caller. Come on, brother. Brother Red. Come on, brother Red.
What's going on, Marty?
How you doing? All right.
I'm doing okay, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you. One of my fears about this actually just took place. I didn't want this to happen because National Guard ain't regular Army. A lot of these people got jobs. You know, they not the regular military. And what you don't want them to do is swap those two out. You got some people probably sitting up under that awning a little cold today, and they not paying attention when this guy walked up on them and shot him. So that's the difference between having National Guard and actually having full-time military personnel there. They wouldn't have got snuck up on. But anybody can be shot. And this is what we didn't want to see. This is what we didn't want to see at all. And, those kids are our kids that got shot today. A lot of kids that go to school while they're in the National Guard. And for this guy to walk up there and turn on these particular individuals, I don't know what he was thinking, but they're going to really handle his ass. Because he's the wrong nationality. He did it in the wrong city, and he did it to some people who aren't regular military. Basically, when I say that is that they have the training, but they aren't killers like we have in our regular Army. These guys have jobs, they go to school, etc. But also to continue to on with what y'all were talking about at the end of it, I was afraid that the mayor or one of the county commissioners in Cook County were going to say something about raising the taxes, because that's just furthering the stuff of their plan. Crime is way high. The neighborhoods have become run down. Now this joker going to double, triple the taxes when people can't afford to pay them. And the fact of the matter is, if you can't pay them, you out. If you can't sell your house, you out. And if you can't afford to get another place, you're going to be on a tent on one of these streets like they do in LA and in San Francisco. Their plan is not going to stop because it gets cold in Chicago. And we discussed this, 2 weeks ago? And we've been discussing it all along about this plan that they've been running from west to east. Well, this is the first implementation of now you can't afford to live here. We already see that the average, I came up with the stats last week. The average amount of pay at a job in Chicago for an uneducated person is about $17 an hour. That's not enough money to make it. So if you stay in grandma's house, daddy, mama, and then house, and now they done jack the taxes to $800-900 a month, you can't afford it. So you can't afford to live there. And if you don't sell before your tax bill is due, you're gonna be out on your ass, and then can't afford to find another place. So. Happy Thanksgiving to your brother. My plane is on the ground.
Thank you. Hey, I want to thank everybody. They kicked me off Facebook, y'all. I don't know why.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's bullcrap, man. They bogus for that.
I'm on one of my Facebook pages now. I'm not even live. I'm still live on YouTube, but I'm looking at one of my pages. I said I'm not even live. I got 2 Facebook pages that's on, but.
Why they kick you off?
I don't know. It's cool. You know what I'm thinking? Because this guy's a Afghanistan.
That boy reported you.
Yeah, somebody reported. That's all.
That boy reported you. He reported you.
They ain't gonna report.
Martin, you don't need Facebook. You don't need Facebook.
I know.
Dude. YouTube. Facebook is a good platform for you to do. Just send a link. Don't tell everybody. Don't say. I think I've seen some guys that use this button that they click on Facebook and it says live. Don't use that feature. Just set the link up there for people to come to YouTube and watch you. And we're going to support you, though, bro. I got some people that I send 30 notifications out to my friends to let them know you on live. So they can listen to your shows. Most of them are intimidated to come in, but I say he's really cool. You listen to the show and try to engage. And don't feel free to call in. He'll listen to you. But I'm just saying that to say, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep pushing. Keep pushing, Martin. Keep pushing. And
what's your next move then? Because we need this.
Oh, yeah. Well, YouTube. Well, actually, I'm working on YouTube anyway to get to shift the traffic over to YouTube anyway. You always got to have a backup, So that's the move.
Martin, send me some video clips. Send me some video clips of you, man. I'll do a badass promo for you, bro.
Okay.
Put it on your YouTube. Use it as you like. Use it as you like, bro.
Okay.
Send me some video clips of you, and I'll make you a nice promo, bro. And use it as you like, man. Use it as you like. I'll do that for you, brother.
Cool. All right, people. Y'all already know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, guys. Tell the truth and shame the devil. We'll probably come back tomorrow and talk a little bit more about it because we need to find out something that's going on, people. And we got to pay close attention as to what's going on here in America.
Close attention.
We really do, people. We really do. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I love all of y'all, but both parties in on it, though. I'm just telling you. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. I'm just telling you. Both parties in on it, bro. Trust me.
Tell the truth, Martin.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all. Hey, I love my Democrat people. I love my Republican people, but both parties are in on this together.
Both of them.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, yeah. Government is wicked.
Yeah.
That's why. They've been in cahoots since the beginning, because if you look at it, it shouldn't matter what party is in power if everybody's goal is to reach a happy medium for the American people. It shouldn't be that much back and forth. So that shows
y'all supposed to be one.
Exactly.
United States of America.
That tells the truth right there.
Right there.
But I don't like what you got. I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like because you black. You may be darker. I don't like because you light skin and got curly hair, man. I don't like you.
Yeah. Hey, all right, people.
That's our problem.
We got to bounce. All right. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, brother.
I'll be back tomorrow. I promise y'all. Hey, y'all go check out that 206. I sent you that bait truck that I did back in 2018, man. Yeah.
I saw it when you did it. I'll look at it again.
Okay, cool.
I was in that video too somewhere.
Hey, yeah, you in that, Roosevelt. You was in there. Hey,
Sure is.
Can I share with y'all something? Now, that video,
Please do.
that video there took me national. Now, a lot of people know who I was, the crime chaser here in Chicago. But when that video came out, they said, who is this guy here? Hey, I'm telling y'all, it was I'm not bragging, but I was in the store in a restaurant. And a lady came in. I can't tell you this lady from, I didn't even know her. She said, hey, Martin. Yeah. She said, they said that bait truck back over there on 59th and Carpenter. And I was on lunch, guys. Man.
Yeah.
Something just told me, go on over there anyway. Eat your lunch while you going there. Because I think it was on a Friday. Because this particular place, they had wings for $1. You get chicken wings, whole wings for $1.
It was on 56 in Ashland.
Yeah, that's what it was. Wings around the world, that's what it was.
Because you went live on Facebook, and then I saw you live, and then I walked down the street, and then I was on YouTube live at the same time.
Yeah. So,
hey, but Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
Go ahead.
You know, part of the reason you go viral is because these people use the same tricks all over the country. They use bait trucks in Oakland and LA. They've been doing it for about 20, 30 years.
Wow.
But did you hear about the police? Did you hear about the police truck? They went, for some reason, they went through an alley and they let a bazooka fall off the truck and they went off and left the bazooka sitting there in the middle of the alley. Chicago police. Did you hear about that one?
No.
I heard a crate of guns. I heard a crate of guns.
I heard a crate of guns.
I don't know about the bazooka. Yeah, we heard about the crate of guns.
Martin, I'll send you the story later.
Send it to me, okay.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm telling y'all, listen, believe me, we're dealing with some wicked people. And I'm trying to tell old timer, these people that you think to set the moral standard, they are not the moral standard. Anytime a people will purposely put drugs in the community, purposely drop guns off in the community, purposely make you abort your babies, purposely to make you raise your taxes so you can lose your home. These are evil people. They're evil.
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
They're evil. Here's the people that taught Jesus. Listen to me, old timer. But if you make a black, they'll tell you don't mean that. That don't mean that. The color don't mean that. But they ain't gonna put no black Jesus in their congregation. They're not gonna do that one.
Right.
They're not gonna do that, man.
Right.
They're not gonna do it. Yep. They don't want to worship with us. They don't want to live around us. And a lot of these conditions that we're in, they're socially engineered. And again, let me make this little simple statement. You put two starving lions in a cage, they're going to starve, fighting and killing each other, eat each other. That's what you see in the black community. The black community, when you take I'm talking about the poor black communities, not middle class, poor. When you take all the resources out, people are going to prey on each other in that community. And Chicago, old timer, to answer your question, Chicago is the most segregated city in the country.
Wow.
In the country.
Wow.
In the country. So you can go anywhere in the world. You can go in any city. You might have some mixed area, but Chicago is segregated. Trust me. And we condition to think like that. And I'm gonna tell you,
just like Johannesburg, Africa.
Yeah. So you can go
compared to that,
right? The Mexicans don't want to live around don't want to live around the blacks. The blacks don't want to live with black, but blacks showing up run behind the white folks though, because they know the white folks got the resources in their area. They know that. And I believe that, but I got to get out of here. People, appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
and shame the devil.
206,
I
send me the
love
article.
being
All
black.
right, peace out, people.